I think one could argue that he was kind of like entrepreneurial in a way.
100%.
Right. I
Yeah.
mean, while you were talking, like I looked him up a little bit, and I mean, there's this quote that I think summarizes him perfectly, and it says, "Don't play what's there, play what's not there." And I feel like, again, being entrepreneurial, like he went to figure out what the next step or next type of music was to be, and he created it.
I would argue that's
which
more
then
genius.
opened the door for so many more musicians and creativity.
I like that quote. I can't believe you Googled a quote that I spent 4 hours researching and didn't get it. That was excellent. But I would argue I think he's more genius than any of them, because what did you say? Play what's not there.
Yeah.
Most people can play what's there, or most people are like, oh, I know it's there, I'm just going to change it a little bit. This guy literally went into like the abyss and created
something.
Created over and over and over again.
But
right?
in all fairness, when you step away from what you've been dubbed good at, right? And it goes back, I think, even to our passion conversation.
Who has the balls to do that?
Well, you get shit for it, right? Like, why are you doing that? You just stick what you know, stick what you do.
And he got shit 5 times.
Right, but he just didn't care.
He did not care at all, which I would argue his upbringing, going to Juilliard, being well established, his mom. I'm going to argue that helped him because he didn't need the music industry.
Yeah.
He didn't need it. He
It's
didn't
true.
give a shit from the beginning.
Yeah.
Right? Which I do think helped in this case.
Yeah.
Guy's still a genius. I know, like, I've been making him sound like he's this superhero, but
it also goes maybe to where you came from and a little bit of the nepotism, because you look at like Lady Gaga. One would argue she don't care. She does what she wants. But she also came from a well-established family, didn't need it. Miley Cyrus. I mean, it's the opposite of what you thought brought about jazz, right? It was like you're telling a story,
totally.
You're finding something, you're using
I see
it,
where you're going.
versus the other side of the coin
Yeah.
would be, no, I'm doing this because I love it. It's a passion, not because I need it.
Yeah. But here's the deal. Like, I will say this, though. When he disappeared for 5 years, it wasn't just health related. He was also broke. It wasn't like his parents were supporting him anymore. And because of the bebop people didn't like the cool jazz people didn't like the modal jazz, and so on and so forth, each time there was a restart.
But it's kind of like the King, like Elvis.
I mean, yeah, but Elvis stayed with his same path.
No, he did. But I think it's the same flow, right? Of got a lot of money.
It's also probably because geniuses don't know how to manage their money. Who knows?
Well,
I don't know.
That too.
Maybe we should do one on that. That's why we're so good at managing our money.
Yeah.
Right?
Because we're not geniuses.
Because we're not geniuses. I don't know. Whatever. But also, he wasn't the best human either. And I do sort of have to say that because apparently we didn't get into personal life, but married and divorced 3 times.
Ooh. Yeah.
A little violent with the ladies.
Yeah. I mean, there's
some of that shit going on. I can't not say, because everybody would be like, oh my God, he was the best. He wasn't. He was addicted to heroin. He beat his wives.
But I feel like if you look at everybody who lives at that upper echelon lifestyle, it just seems to follow.
It does.
And maybe it's because you just have so much money.
Entitled.
I don't know.
But then you don't know how to manage your money, so you get broke, and then you come up with 5 different reinventions, which I'm not saying it's the reason why he did it, but I'm just saying it's like a weird juxtaposition. That's all I'm saying.
It is.
It's very hard to hold.
But you know what's also fascinating?
What?
How, again, everything is connected. At a very basic human level, our lives of how we start kind of and like the trajectory it goes, but how it all kind of comes back. Again, at this upper echelon, you kind of fall victim to a lot of things because you think you're better than, or you're just at a different level, or fill in the blank, or when you're, on the bottom and you're rising up and then you get swept up with the fame and then you're chasing the fame. At the core of it, though, we are all humans. Mm-hmm. We all struggle with the same things.
Yeah.
And so maybe a fascinating thought of just how even with him, even though he was amazing and Grammys and all the things, created 5 different genres, he's still just a human.
Absolutely.
And so
you just see that part.
Yeah.
I know.
Like we humanize everybody more in our daily lives. Maybe we wouldn't be so angry all the time.
Oh, tell me
or
about
comparing.
That's why we shouldn't put all these musicians up on pedestals, even though they're all. Like, don't get me wrong, they're geniuses. I like the idea of geniuses, but you're right. At the end of the day, they're all humans.
But I think that's also what makes us a little cultured, right?
Yes.
Is that if we
and curious. Speaking of curious, I never looked up if he did a collaboration with Michael Jackson. Can you look that up real quick?
Oh, okay.
I want to know. But I'm going to tell you the whole why it matters, why you looked that up.
Okay, good.
Because let's bring it to the reason why we're talking about Miles, so listeners can take something away. So here's the deal. In today's society, right, we live in this world where we're trying to pretend we keep it all together all the time. Our egos, right, want us to look good no matter what. and we have this nice little upstanding reputation.
Yep.
And you can't really afford to make mistakes or be bad at something, which is why a lot of people don't want to try anything new because we'll be found out. So my point is, we're absolutely terrified of pivoting for what I would call our fear of failure. Yes?
Yes.
Would you agree? Okay.
Yeah.
But Miles wasn't terrified. He was completely opposite. So I'm arguing that as a culture, and I am totally generalizing here, we're limiting ourselves and putting ourselves in this little box because we're scared of being judged instead of living out our truly authentic life. Like we're hiding a little bit of ourselves. So if there's anything that we can learn from Miles Davis on his 100th birthday, I'm going to say that we only have whatever time we're giving. So sort of F everyone else and just experiment and find out what you are good at and who you really are. Because like Taylor Swift says, the hater's going to hate. You know what I mean?
I feel like it's a great play off of our last week episode.
Let's go.
About passion.
Right.
And
well, because like, look at it. Like,
try it.
Are we these great podcast hosts? No, you'd argue we're not. I get it. Right. But we're just doing it. And there's people that are like, oh my God, he's so stupid. I get comments as soon as you open your mouth on the internet or on YouTube or whatever. I get comments all the time. It's like 10 hate comments for every one nice comment, right? Oh my God, the white man explaining this to us again. Which is totally fine. Like, I don't care. It sucks. But like,
that's so sad.
But what are you going to do? I'm at least trying to do something new. Like I'm trying to figure it out, whatever. So I'm just saying we should all try to live more like Miles. Don't beat your wife. Don't get me wrong, but like live more like Miles. Try something new. Like get outside your box. Do the uncomfortable thing. And I think that
you're encouraging people to like change and grow and evolve. And
I started this thinking like, I'm a judger. Cut the shit. You know me. I judge everybody. I literally, before we sat down at this mic, I was judging people. And you were like, dude, what are you doing? I'm like, okay, let's start. Okay, whatever. But my point is still, I have to be a better human. And this episode, which started with jazz, changed for me to be like, I got to let people off the hook a little bit more. I got to let people
try.
Let people try and fail. And like,
it's okay.
And not be like, oh my God, how are you not good at that thing? Because I'm not good at something. I'm not good at a lot of shit, but I pretend that I am. And so I'm having
that's not true. You are good at a lot of
I'm
things.
having my own moment here.
But
yeah, I got you. Right.
Okay. Well, all that to say, we learned a little bit about jazz. We
learned a lot about
jazz. Yourself.
Yeah, we did.
Self-reflection.
Yeah.
I think though, I just want to say thank you for going through all those comments because I do not have the tough skin that you have. I would just like quit. And so I just ignore all of it.
Oh, no, I have to write back so politely.
Oh, you're
hey,
so nice.
I'm just trying to be sort of sophisticated over here. Thanks so much. I appreciate you listening. What are you going to do? Right?
Yeah, I just ignore. I just don't look at it or engage. But so I commend you for engaging because I think that dialogue is important. I think I do. I love this podcast because we get to kind of explore and dive a little deeper into things that we wouldn't. And especially because there's so many naysayers and negativity out there, it's not worth the effort, right? Like I think people quit before they even start.
All the time.
So with this and with Miles Davis, I would argue that, like you said, the biggest thing, not about his music or about what he did or even his personal life. Like we're not saying to go and model,
learn jazz music or model. Right. Yeah.
Don't worry about what the naysayers are going to say. If you're curious about something, go do it.
Hey, thanks for listening. If you like this content, subscribe, leave a review, and share with us your episode ideas. We'll pretend like they're ours and pass them off as our own. If you like this short and want to watch another, click here. If you want to catch a whole episode, click here.